Hello everyone, I'm just trying to think of what course. What's the fourth course? I've got a rooftop rendezvous, isn't it? I've got to quickly check that on my warm-up.
Yeah, I think it's about 2.5k at the flat, running, leading, and then just the rooftops, same as, is it Temple and Towers? That direction up and then down, and the finish is pretty much at the bottom by the look of, the kilometres and stuff.
I have to go into a workout to go to that world to check it out. Curie Island rooftop rendezvous. Apparently I haven't got that. It shows it, has some new thing that doesn't look like I've actually got that on my, whatever you call it, achievements.
Yeah, when I did the course yesterday, it pinged up with some celebration thing like it does. So yeah, I think previously we've gone up it, down it, and then we might have taken a right instead of a left at the very bottom or something similar, because then it just sends you straight back up the climb again.
Oh, there's a bit of a lead in. I think this is a long course, isn't it? 6 kilometres or something. Hey, David.
Yeah, I think it's 2.8 leading, and then sort of k&a half up, k&a half downish. So yeah, I think 6 something, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so it finishes after the descent on that. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Yes, it's basically going to be very, 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 very fast descent and finish. The last downhill bit ends and the finish is, my rough guess would be sort of 300 metres flat.
Yeah, I was thinking
So
trot, but given that it's a descent the whole way, I'll go with the aero.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's not really a hard, steep climb, is it, anyway?
I was going to do a warm-up, but considering it's 4 races, I'll just, look at that, I'll do the first race as a warm-up.
Your normal warm-up is the lead-in, but these as they are, that's the whole race.
Are you sat on the bike, David, or are you sat in the settee? So we've got Katie. Who else is in this race? I haven't got my companion up now.
I don't know, I'll have a look.
Katie's probably doing the usual. She's signed up but not actually racing.
Yeah, it's too early, isn't it? For 10 o'clock might be wakey.
I'm pretty certain using the anvil in the first race is not really a... Like, there's 2 descents, so potentially could use it on the... Well, it takes a while to get it on the first descent. Could potentially use it into both descents, but... Yeah. I don't know, I think... if the other people use anvils, they'll push off the front anyway. You don't want to be on the front too early. And
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, I don't know how many people are going to be over the top with me, whether it's going to be 3 or 20.
Yeah, it'll be. There might be some big minute power guys, mightn't there? Like, might be 5 or 10 that have sort of broken away, perhaps.
Yeah, so then it's kind of, you don't want to be over the top by yourself. You don't want to be up the front either. So it'd be kind of good just to have 4 or 5 guys pulling you along into that group if you can catch them. And then
Yes.
roll over the top of them. Yeah, roll over the top of them on that downhill. I think it's definitely going to be a long sprint, because even though going up that hill, but I've done it anywhere riding with Bowie, you want to be rolling forward into the group before you turn right into that little finish. So it's too late to try and make any ground.
Yeah, momentum will be quite important there, won't it?
Yep.
Yeah, there's not much change in speed because it's only really like a 5-second little uphill, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not going to gain any. You're not going to gain speed up it. You're going to lose speed, so you've got to get the speed into it.
Yes,
How many bowls though, David? David's got his Cocoa Pops. You did do a long ride, so we can give it to him.
Cocoa Pops.
I better go into the pen. I always regret at this time of the races when it's 2 minutes to go on the first race and when there's 2 minutes to go on the last race.
Yeah, it's all a really good idea until you actually join the pen and say, oh, I've actually got to do this now.
Josh from Aero's here. I'm not sure who else. There might be a few other Aero guys. I put it up on the Aero chat. Well, the Aero community team, not the Premier Division team.
Yeah, I saw him actually. Josh at the top of the list.
And then I think it's Josh Haggerty still number like top 2 in the world for Zwift Power.
Yeah, there's a big dog in there, isn't there?
Yeah, Josh Haggerty's always absolutely, well, he dominates. Uh, 1 minute to go. This week we don't have to worry about catching other riders, not on this course, but other courses. I think they made it so you only view your cat.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense. That's good.
Yep. It's bloody long enough as it is, these sprints. Tighten the shoes, here we go.
Enjoy.
I know David's going to enjoy it. How many riders we got signed up? 65. Already lost one at the back. Maybe they're just viewing. He's been holding that joke all week, hasn't he? Alright. Here we go. He's got the Rudo jersey. Oh shit, lost the draft. Oh, he's up. Gotta pull the pin on this one. Got odd heartbeats. Good luck, Piglet. I'm pulling the pin on this one. Started getting slightly odd heartbeats. I'll let it settle. Watch me go. Where'd he go? He was here. There he is. All right, go now. Go, go, go. God damn. Good effort. What'd you get? 7th or so?
Ninth in the end. I had nothing for the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
How about you?
I started getting odd heartbeats, so I pulled the pin.
Right. Yeah, wise.
I was doing pretty well, but then I kind of let the gap go because I thought someone else would come past me. I lost the draft.
Yeah, I can see you up ahead. Just in a good position coming up to the top.
Yeah, that's just... I got to that flat bit at the top but didn't have a draft, otherwise it would have been good. But then, just as you were coming past, I could feel slight odd beats. So, I thought I'd just let it go.
Yeah, it's not worth taking the risk.
54th, I didn't come last. Still did 3.6. I think the guy that won came past me just in front of you, maybe.
Actually, I haven't looked at one. I know Kayan was basically just with me over the top.
It was that Japanese rider Yamazaki from Next.
Right, yep. Yeah, I think he was chasing the first 4 or 5 on the way.
Let's have a look at my graph. Still a good graph. So I got 187 beats. You can see it just kick up. That's where I felt those odd beats. 182 is normal for me. 187. Well, I can get that when I'm fresh, but that kick up, that's not normal. So.
It looked like there was another dildo shirt there.
There was. I think a Japanese rider wears it.
Yeah, yeah. I thought for a minute maybe it's Captain.
Alright, I'll try this one and see how I go. Hey Scott.
Yeah, it might not be quite as punchy.
Yeah, I was actually doing pretty well. It's just, sometimes I just get a slightly odd heartbeat, which I just felt then. It's gone away now. We'll see if it comes back. Not enough sugar, that's why. Hey Scott. I better swap to the aero bike.
Yeah, good point.
Where is my specialised venge? I never find it. There we go. Well, that was a warm-up. It's hopefully that my heart just beat it odd because there was no warm-up. I suspect.
Yeah, just giving you a message.
Yeah, well, I'll pull the pin on this one. Just cruise if it does do that same thing. It's not bad. I can just feel it doesn't have like a nice powerful beat. It just feels like a soft beat because it's not quite timing the pump.
Yeah. Especially those heart rates.
Can't avoid doing this now. Usually I'm absolutely fucked at the moment.
Yeah, I think I'm the one who's fucked.
If I didn't have a fucked heart, I'd have a massive advantage if we started right now.
Yeah.
Scott, what's with your 100 and something million kilometre ride? Did you lose a bet? You're getting ready for ZRL, aren't you? Taking this captaincy seriously. I still got to sign the team up. You guys aren't giving me your emails, are you? Won't let me do. I can't do it like last year. I need 2 emails. You guys won't give me your emails though, so you don't have to race. Yeah, when I looked at my heart rate graph, you could see it was sitting at 182, which is what I'd expect. And then suddenly it kicked up 5 beats, 187.
Yeah, just suddenly straight line jump, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just blame it on all the bloody tempo work I've done this week. I don't usually do this much tempo.
Okay. Guess we're doing sort of longer sets of tempo then.
Yeah, I've been sort of doing like the 3 minutes on, 1 minute, or 3 minutes and then 1 minute. I've been riding with Bowie and just pushing sort of 50% of the course in yellow, like 300 watts, just sitting there in front of the Bowie group, just see if I can drop people in the Bowie group, make it hard.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the reason is, isn't it? You can get dropped. So pressing it on.
Yeah, because most people just sit behind Bowie. He spends a lot of time in the wind on that course. What is it, David? Is it fisheffer.com? What is this course? Is that the opposite to we did last week? Or the first week? LaGuardia. I think LaGuardia, that's the one you just go left and left, isn't it? It's the little loop, but anti-clockwise.
Yeah, it's... yeah, anti-clockwise. Yeah, lead in and then go for the finish point, sprint point. And then that mini little left.
Oh, that's that ramp up to the downhill into the sprint, which is quite hard.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. The old momentum course here, isn't it? Massively.
I assume that's it. It'll probably be something completely different. I can't do any worse than last race though. I got second last. I didn't get last, but I can get second. I suppose I can get last here. Race 2. This is a drafting van or something? I forgot. Race 2. Can you tell me the details? Find out. How's that burrito jersey? Ah, feather. Okay. So, I assume we go right here. If not, then I'm very lost. We get 2 feathers.
Yeah, I did realise that as well.
Some guy's gone like the clappers.
Yeah. 5-6 seconds, 8 maybe.
That's where I see an orange jersey. It's got to be the bot. Can't see, there's too many feathers in the way. Fuckers. Who's that sprinting? Why sprinting? Hey James. Didn't do so well in the first race. I had to pull the pin. Had a funny heartbeat kick in, so pulled the pin and see how we go on this one. Piglet got 9th, I think. I think the bot's out the front. At least the bot dropped us. People are using feathers now.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice, isn't it?
Great for us. Alright, get ready for early attacks.
Yeah, it's got to be some in the next 20 seconds, isn't it?
After this downhill. Don't get to the front, you fucker. Pull the pin. Not gonna make a difference there.
Too late.
God. Yeah, that one, you had to be fast up the hill and fast down the hill.
Yeah, I was at the back, unfortunately. Thought momentum would help, but you need power for momentum, don't you?
Yep. I was a bit worried. I had momentum about 20 seconds too early, but I think it kind of evened out. I didn't lose all momentum.
Yeah, you're pretty close. Point yet.
Yeah, I was sort of in the second group, 13th or something, but I had to just roll off the power for about 10 seconds before it really kicked off.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to get momentum right because everyone else is watching each other.
Yeah, sort of a luck and judgment is balance.
Yeah, you go. Sometimes you go too early, sometimes you go too late. Very rarely do you go just at the right time.
It's better to be early. If you're me, I think you're a lap before an hour.
Yeah, that's right. You and I, we've got to go early. Hopefully, someone else seeing us go, everyone else goes.
I just checked my difficulty. It's like 20% for the last race when I finished. And I did that little downhill and just had no torque. I thought I'd check it and just put it back to 0 from changing worlds, I think. A bit weird.
But wouldn't matter if you're going downhill, you should have the same resistance.
Is it not release more, as in it's more, I quote, realistic?
0%
So as the speed comes up.
0% is just flat, 100% is when you get the realistic.
Right, yes.
Maybe it's in a trainer. Sometimes my trainer, you have to repair it or it just kind of loses it for some reason. That was pretty good. I did some good power because I had a rest the last race.
Just a nice warm up.
Why have I got that? I don't care about that. And it was a lot different than last race too. It was pretty much, sort of just below threshold until we got to the sprint.
Yeah. I think it was sort of 260, 280 odd. And
All right, going full climbing bike.
the Asios, is it? Asos or something.
Well, I suppose I'll go the Scott because there's such a little difference with them. But the Scott's better aero. Scott Addict RC, and I'll go the Robles. Yeah, I'll go the Robles. Get rid of this shitty paintwork. There we go.
So did I do it as well.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I finished 6 places back.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty good gunner until I got near the top, and then I got an odd heartbeat. Jumped 5 beats. I could just feel it was a couple of soft beats for a few seconds. So I pulled the pin. Piglet got 12th or 13th or something. I had a good rest. I was actually doing pretty well up the climb. I just lost. I thought someone else would close the gap. Well, they actually opened the gap. There was about 6 or 7 that went away from me just as I got to that first flat section. And I tried to bridge across, and then I got one of my shitty beats, so I pulled the pin. It was just a shitty beat at the wrong time. Occasionally I get them, but it just happened as I was deep in the red. See how this race.
So the bot's got a new name by the look of it. 600.
I didn't even see that. I didn't check to see who it was.
Yeah, I think 25 seconds ahead or something like that. I think it was L.600.
What did Piglet do on the climb, David? I suppose we'll have to wait till Strava uploads, which Strava never uploads for him, does it? Did they miss the first race? They must have.
either missed it or they hadn't tuned up the
Yeah.
switch.
Maybe they're using their actual account.
It's like legitimate weight is in there. Shit. They couldn't open the companion app.
Yeah. The
Got the weight now.
It's funny because B Hall used to look legit in terms of he had proper weight, proper height. Just the power number's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the same B Hall or the bot's taken over using the B Hall name. Because the B Hall name now uses 20 centimeters of height or whatever it is for all their accounts. That's why they can just go so fast for such a little amount of power. But that wasn't B Hall's original MO, so I'm not sure. Maybe it could potentially be someone's just taken over his name because they've done like a Greg Morgan on them.
Yeah. Could be one bot, multiple bots, just one person with weird bots.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure it's the one person doing all the other bots because they're never actually in the same race together, but they're always in the high-end races. So I'm sure it's one or two people talking to each other, but I'm not sure if B Hall is the actual original B Hall cheating bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, so easy to copy, isn't it?
Yeah, unless he's just changed his tactics, but his original tactics wasn't that. He might have just read Zwift Insider and worked out he can just lower his height.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I-600, everyone's flagging.
Yeah. This is starting the game.
This will be interesting. I've never actually done a sprint to finish up the leg snap.
Most of my the higher end races are sprints to the top.
It's actually good having a banner because a lot of the times you sprint to the top, but then the last 10 seconds you really ease up because you don't want to be off the front. But having a banner there
that's true, yeah.
means we can finish there now.
It does ease just that last 20 meters or so.
Yeah.
The gradients I'm supposed to make.
And also, if you don't really want to be the first person over the top, so even if you're going quite hard, unless it's like a stupidly fast race, you generally ease up, whereas I don't think back when I was B, I probably was, but it's been a while since I've actually kicked as hard as I can at the top and B.
Yeah.
Whereas usually you kick, but then you ease and then you kick again. Don't know how to play this momentum. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll get it wrong.
Just hang on is all my tactics going to be, I think.
Everyone seems to see under a kilometre goes when people start waiting to see who people goes, but it's going to be such a long sprint if everyone goes at 700 metres.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, we have the burrito too, which means you can't be off the back.
That's true, yeah. Best to be at the front, isn't it now? I guess.
Yeah, but make sure you got momentum before everyone starts piling the burritos on.
Yeah. It'd just be basically like being on the TT by the climb, won't it? See?
Goddamn I-600. Hopefully everyone just lets his wheel go. There's one guy holding onto it. The rest are going to try and chase it down. Oh no, he's lost the draft. Thank God. Some guy burritoing right now. And another. And another. Fucking hell.
Lots of burritos. Loads of burritos at the back end.
Glad they used them up. Oh, another. No beds. Alright, stay near the front. It's gonna. Another burrito. I'm dropping back off it. Alright, move forward again. Fucking burritos all the time. It's basically going to be a TT to the finish, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Popping left, right, and centre, aren't we?
Still got to be at least 30 to go. Orange jersey crew cheating off the front. Nice and stretched, it's going to be fast leading into this cobbles.
Yeah, that's the downhill coming up. It's going to be dangerous here. There goes. I thought someone was gone. Burrito at the front. Let it go. Burrito at the front.
Fuck, it's a long way. Fucking too far. Holy crap. I went way too early.
Same again, too far back.
I just died. I looked up and the banner was getting further and further away every time.
Oh, bloody fair, it's too small, mate. You think I never played this game before? This is the best.
My heart rate was pretty high. I think I've just haven't quite got a good heartbeat today, but still these races are so hard.
Yeah. Very intense, isn't it? In one compressed
Yep.
few moments.
So even you're getting caught out by how long the sprints are. I blame the climbing bike.
Yes, yeah, that's a good one. I haven't tried that one yet. That's totally the reason why I was right in the back. Fucking about my headphones.
I think also the courses, David. Like that course. You got good watts per kilo. Hey Peter. I better change my bike.
Yeah, I'm doing it some speed just to be sure.
Right, do I want to change? Tron? No, I'll go full aero. Oh, here isn't it? That was hilarious, that climb. I was like, I'm in a good position. I was like fourth, about halfway up the hill. I thought, top 10 here. And then put the head down, kept on grinding and grinding, looked up. I swear I didn't go anywhere. And then I just gave in with about 10 meters to go. I was like, well, fuck it, I've got nothing left, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not going to take any places back.
Yeah, I think I might have lost 3 places, but the good result was gone. The reality is these races is just a training effort. It's good to get results, but just getting these 4 sprints in.
Yeah, that's true. You do tend to hold a little bit back. Just see that, I think.
Yeah, that's I like about these races is a lot of the times in other races I know I can go longer, but there's no point to go longer because I could do more power for longer, but then you hit the front and everyone just zooms past you because everyone's just sitting at the wheel. Whereas these races, everyone goes long, so you get to do power that you don't normally do.
Yeah.
41 seconds. Is Piglet's uploading? Or is he not saved it yet?
Tuned it up to 50% TD now.
I think mine's at 20% or so. I'll have a look.
For some reason I ran out of sort of like gears again.
Try unpairing your
Spin.
trainer and then repairing the trainer. I get that with my Dorito sometimes. Where am I at? Trainer difficulty. It doesn't actually tell you the percent. I thought they'd updated that. Yeah, I'm about 20%, I think. Apparently I did 41 seconds up the leg snapper. And that was probably ramping it about 10 seconds beforehand.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yep.
Everyone was hitting the burritos. I was like, oh, I'm out of here. I don't want to sit with everyone else. I actually had a good ramp because I was moving forward, but everyone else was hitting burritos.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the power to keep going. If I was Tubalong, I would have won.
Yeah, he was in, wasn't he?
I did a sprint session this week and I realised that it doesn't make so much difference on those long sprints. But I realised I'd stopped pulling up on my sprints. I was just sort of stomping for the longer style sprint. So I've got to remind myself to pull up on those really sharp efforts.
Yes, yeah, get every muscle spinning. Sort of take load off the other leg on the press, doesn't it, in a way?
Yeah, because I don't think it makes a difference for the 40-second efforts, but for your 10-second efforts. Like I did my best power on the last sprint of like 13 sprints, because the last two I was like, pull up, you idiot, pull up.
Yeah. Like technically improving.
Yeah, because they were 10-second sprint practices, which I haven't done for a long time. And I just forgotten about pulling up on those really short efforts. Yeah, Piglet's got the...
I must not be too late this time. Trusting for something useful in the end.
Hopefully that I-800 or whatever just buggers off again.
Yeah.
Your Strava's not uploading again. I don't know why your warm-ups go up but not your races. You must have some weird setting.
Yeah, it's been about a 3 or 4 week conversations with saying all the obvious stuff, and I'm saying no. Then manually trying to fit files, they all crash. You can't even correct the date, time, and that doesn't work. So one did work midweek though, weirdly, the high-end one on Wednesday.
Sometimes your WTRL comes up, but like a day later. Alright, here we go. I should make a video about not worrying about pedaling until the timer goes. Everyone ramps up. There goes it. Someone. Absolute vaulting. I'm not looking forward to this. I've never gone this direction at the start.
Yeah, the free ride yesterday wasn't going through here. It sort of dropped you up the turn up.
Hey me. Apparently did average 402 watts for that first race, Dave was saying.
Me, yeah, I think so, yeah. I did probably my best 1 to 2 minutes, but no good issue at the back.
His buddy Bars is chasing the bot.
Yeah, sods at me. I got well put down there.
Oh, they're easing up now. Got to have my sugar. Still not getting very strong heartbeats. That's not a bad heartbeat at the moment. Not a great one, mate. Go on, David.
Yeah, the train's working well now. The old DD thing.
You're not feeling the grades?
Yeah, got older.
You're not riding a watt bike, are you? True, David. I put it in my will that you have to do every ZRL next 10 years.
It's quite a bit off the back then, stretching. Interesting.
Yeah.
So people are
It's been
getting
hard.
tired. Yeah.
Got a banner here. I don't remember a banner here.
So that is the finish line. So you come down behind you on the left, swing a left, and that is the finish line.
Ah, okay.
Pretty sure. So that's like literally 200 metres flat after the descent.
Spiky bastard.
I think much will stretch you up the next couple of runs.
Look, too much effort. Get back in the draft.
Again. People are using the van.
What was that?
People using the van to pop for some reason.
I didn't even notice them.
I'll unplug the last bit because of the wires.
Here we go. Keep an eye on that distance. Fucking hell. Not moving forward. I went slightly late.
Well, I consistently shit anyway. There you go.
That dot guy must have changed his name. The bot.
Thank you.
I got 19th, but I just pushed a little bit too late. But the reality is, I just don't have the sprint to everyone else.
Yeah, I was late and shit.
I saw the distance to go. I was like, holy shit, we got to go.
Yeah, I was doing 70k an hour back and 5 to go. You get much quicker.
At least I did 1064. What was my critical power? Shouldn't be my best door. Because, actually,
Yeah, I
apparently,
almost got caught on that, didn't it?
apparently that was my best power for 16 seconds, which is odd considering, well, I suppose it was a bit of a descent rest. I've really got to change my gear. I can feel that.
Still, this fatigue definitely shows that it is more muscular than neuromuscular. Just snap.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 hard races, but reality it's 4 sort of intervals. So, plenty of recovery.
Yeah, I should have really gone a lot harder earlier on that climb. It's felt quite easy, the 400, 450 odd.
Yeah, as I noticed.
Just thought about it too late.
Yeah, like I was thinking I better go early, but then I looked up because we're going so fast. I looked at it and realised too late how close it was. And so everyone started sprinting at the same time. So I think I moved forward and other people moved past me. You just don't go anywhere. It would be a perfect sprint in hindsight to sit at the back with a kilometre to go and then just go hard as you can through the pack at 800 metres.
Again, it's that sort of predicting, isn't it?
Yeah, like I just...
Now what I do then.
Yeah, I just sort of thought I will just go down this hill and then I'll smash it, but it's exactly the same as everyone else. If you do the same as everyone else, you end up with your average result.
Yeah, true.
Everyone else has vans as well, so you're not gonna move up because people aren't using their power up.
Yes, you can't sneakily have an aero on this particular event.
And everyone got the van near the finish in terms of it was just down the hill, so people weren't using it early like the other races.
Yeah, I think I was at the back sort of middle of what ended up to be the main group at the top, and there's sort of only 3 people that used it.
You got the com, but people might have left. You got 258, I got 301.
2:58. Yeah, don't sound too fast.
Did you
2:30.
Did you start at the
2:40,
back?
yeah.
I thought I was kind of at the back. Maybe I started at the front.
I think I was pretty near the front actually.
Yeah, that was odd because I saw you.
Yeah.
You went past me. You're like, oh, it gets hard here, and then you were off the front. I was thinking, what do I do? Do I just let him go? Because I was second wheel.
Yeah, I saw you there. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to push any harder just in case.
Yeah. It just felt way too easy for.
Yeah.
Just being a little what? The group's huge at that point.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I was moving up because I thought, okay, people are going to go past me now, but people just sat there. So I moved up behind you and just sort of let you go, and waiting for someone else to come past.
Yeah.
But I think
That'd be a lot nicer with that.
people know that you don't want to go to the top by yourself with a few seconds. It's pointless.
Yeah. Yeah, I eased up towards the top just to make sure I didn't start descending so low and have a express train come through.
Yeah, once I knew that I was going to be in the front group, I tried to back off so that I could then accelerate into the group again, just to make sure.
It's a funny descent, that, isn't it? You can super tuck a few times, but it's also quite risky if you get that momentum wrong on the little plateaus here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite happy with my descent. I got a lot of super tuck in, got a lot of rest. I just need to go 2 seconds earlier, and then I would have got the same result, but I would have been happier.
Probably had to go 20 seconds earlier. Probably before I said I was going to unplug my ears.
Yeah.
Should have been doing full bore.
I just started sprinting. I thought this is a good spot, start sprinting, but just to see everyone else start sprinting exactly at the same time. I'm always happy if I'm going, just moving forward, even if it's like 3 or 4 kilometers an hour faster, that first bit.
Yeah. Just to fend off those massive wild guys, isn't it, really?
Yeah, like I know I can't equal the sprint of the top 10 guys, so it's not he's trying to sprint the same time as them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that considering the first race I did a hard effort but then had a long rest.
Yes, yeah. Good the old ticker didn't start playing up anymore as well.
Well, it wasn't beating as strong as it usually does. I could just feel it. I was doing good power, but even now I can just feel there's probably 1 in 20 beats was just a slight soft beat. So if it was a full-on endurance event, I'd be buggered. But with anaerobic efforts, I can get away with it.
Yeah. I guess when you've had something like that, you get very, very astute to every little change and tap and
yeah, like a lot of people will go, I just not feeling it today, bad legs day or something. But for me, I just know I'm sensitive to just that odd little beat where the heart just doesn't quite time right.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Like sometimes I get it because of tiredness or it could be illness coming up or something. It's not what I had when I had to go to hospital. It's a form of arrhythmia that a lot of people get. You just don't get it during exercise as much. It's more when you're sitting on the couch watching someone else sprinting like a knob.
David gets it all the time then.
Yeah. Stay on the couch, David. Did you see Scott did a bloody 100 and something kilometre ride?
Outdoors?
Yeah, yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning or something.
Has someone stolen his bike then?
He's taking it seriously serious. His captaincy role in Zero.
Yeah, last year was serious enough.
Yeah, this year is going to be endurance and a sprinter. He's going to go up the Climbers Gambit, take first place.
Yeah, and 2 sprints before it as well. Bosh.
Yeah, what's the
60
possible
points?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the maximum points? You can get 20 for FTS, 10 for FAL, so it's 30, 60.
90 and
yeah, and
P1.
What's
50 or 40, is it?
Is it 50 or 100? I think it must be 50 because I think it's 100 for the FRR, or not FRR, the other ones. I think it's 50 points, or is it 40?
Yeah.
I don't know. He'll have a shitload of points. David, you can stay on the couch. We just need 4 to finish.
Yeah, that's true. 3.4. So you're old.
Other thing I think of maybe is my heart is I put on another kilo of weight because of Whitney's. She had a graduation her graduation ceremony for her Masters of Laws, even though it's been 2 years since she's finished. Just because of lockdown, she hasn't had the ceremony because she wanted to have it in a nice Royal Exhibition building. So this last week has been celebration meals. That could also be another thing.
Yes, yeah. Any little changes, I guess.
Yeah, diet. I remember diet always affected me when I had a really bad heart. I had to really be careful of even just eating before I rode. And also, when I climbed that climb, I eased off because I lost the draft. I was like, I'll ease off, let other people catch me and grab the wheel. And that's usually where I'd get a bad beat, is because I don't know what you'd call it, but basically you ease up so your heart sort of is recovering. But when I used to get bad beats, I'd be climbing, stop to take a photo, and then my heart would go into a different rhythm. So I think
that's what the friend I worked for last weekend, he had, I don't know, there's so many different names, I don't know what they are, but it sounds very similar. So he said he can potentially take a tablet to do exercise. It doesn't go, into the 200 somethings when he's stationary, but he said he can do sort of like intervals, tempo, threshold, but it's the after coming down. So if he doesn't take this tablet, which obviously he doesn't want to take as many tablets as possible, limit the use of them. He said he had to sort of gently come down, like a reverse pyramid down the escalator, and nasal breathe, relax, calm, think about bloody dolphins and waterfalls, and then if like his phone pings, that might make him something that's just out of the ordinary, and then pop, and there it goes. It's that come down, like you're saying, the stopping of the activity that then
that's what used to happen.
Really find it
when I had it, when it was starting to get like just interrupting my life, was when I'd be doing exercise. Tennis was the best one because tennis is such stop start. So I'd like apply a point, run around like an idiot, hit the ball really hard, and then walk back to go serve, and then just feel lightheaded because I hadn't quite got that sensation of my heart, like hadn't sort of tuned in. So I'd feel lightheaded, go and sit down and sort of feel like, not chest pains or anything, but looking back I could remember, I know my heart was beating badly. Back then, I just wasn't in tune with it, but I just got lightheaded.
Yeah.
Like when you get off the couch too quickly.
Yeah, just like a glucose or a rush of blood type thing.
Yeah, but it was just the heart just not pumping properly.
Yeah.
But I don't get it that bad. Well, I never got it that bad once I was on the medication, but the medication limited my heart rate, so I could never get above 170 beats per minute.
Yeah, like the beta blocker study.
Yeah, I was on Sotalol, and then they put me on Flecainide. And Flecainide is actually, it's fine for arrhythmia, but I had a flutter, and I had the arrhythmia because of the flutter, so they put me on. They didn't realise I had the flutter, but then the Flecainide made my flutter go nuts, which is how they actually realised I had a flutter, because the medication just amplified it, which was actually good, because it got me off the Sotalol pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, but bad result tells you the story rather than...
Yeah, it's you find something because you screw up rather than you're doing everything good. It's like, oh, I made a mistake there. That's what the problem was.
Yeah, you learn more from being wrong than being right generally.
Yeah, so now what I get is what everyone else gets, which is just like a general arrhythmia, which I think like 90% of the population, especially at 40, will have a general arrhythmia. No one really has a perfect heartbeat the whole time. Your heart actually has to do a bad beat to get back in time.
Yes, yep.
And so it's fine when you're not doing exercise, but when you're doing exercise, that's when you obviously don't do as good performance. But most of the time, once your heart starts beating faster, it'll stay in time. So it's fine now. I think I'll see how I go. I'll have a rest. It's not that bad. It's only because I was bloody doing 182 beats per minute, smashing it up. The comp But I was like, nah, I'm not doing any more on this.
That's probably about a minute 10 into a full bore effort, isn't it? To a 90-second
Yeah.
effort at that point. So,
It'd be interesting. I think if I kept on going as hard as I could, I probably wouldn't have got that odd beat. But then just eased up, got the odd beat, and then it's the heart that's not really catching up with the lack of oxygen. Because I knew that if I tried to go hard, you know, you're already in the red zone. Holding your breath while you're in the red zone is pretty much what I was doing with the heart not pumping blood at that one beat.
yeah.
Which is pretty much what I did. Like basically hold your breath for 3 seconds and then go again. You're not going to do very good.
Yeah. So that won't scale too long.
It was fun watching everyone else though.
Yes.
I think David said I still did a 136 even though I eased up. I'm not sure what time you did. You would have done surely done a sub 130.
I think it was 130 exactly, because I think I was sort of moving not through the group, but kind of those real.
Yeah, because you moved past me just as I was easing up on the top of that climb. So I suppose I didn't lose too much time in terms of had momentum into the flat.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a couple of seconds quicker than what we did on Wednesday.
Yeah, I was feeling really good. I could see the front group. I was like, oh, just let the front group go. But then there was a guy's wheel just in front of me. I was like, I'll grab that guy's wheel. But then he died in the ass. So then he dropped off the group in front, and all of a sudden I was like 10 metres from the group in front just as we hit that little bit that I like to launch through. So I tried to launch onto their wheels. I kind of got to their wheels, I think. But then they went away again. So it would have been a bloody quick time, I reckon. David says 138 for me, which, I mean, yeah, that was definitely a quick climb. Like, what do you expect for out of the block?
Yeah.
So.
And some pretty good riders there, pushing the draft through, honestly, for us. I think that Hex KN I was with roughly, I knew that he was strong enough. Just don't drop him, don't be dropped. He was doing like 7-8, struggling for 6 over the top.
Did anyone use anvils?
No, I didn't see.
Yeah, I just remember that. I didn't remember seeing any.
I don't even remember seeing it appear on the screen. So
I'll have to check the stream.
Yeah. It's quite ironic. Maybe you put it in there just for a joke to see if they did have any Premier League riders in there. And popping it at the top.
David was saying no one had anvils.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't set it up properly. Because surely someone would have pressed it if someone had it. People just pressing it randomly.
Yeah.
It's useless in A. I think C is probably where you start maybe being useful because your speed's so much slower. D would definitely be useful.
I still think even then you would be doing enough speed. Because 30 seconds, if it was 15.
Yeah, but you remember what you did when you said this before in the chat, that when you rode with the lower cat, how slow they feel. D's are really slow. So it's a lot longer.
Is it 2 watts per kilo? I guess they're bigger human beings as well. As in CBAs,
they're not coming over the top of the comm at 40 kilometers an hour. They're coming over the comm at like 20 kilometers an hour. So I think maybe not the first descent, but definitely the second descent. I think they could probably use the anvil.
Yeah, the second one is like 1% for a bit, isn't it? And then
yeah, I think the second one was almost 20 seconds when I was doing a warm-up, like 25 seconds. So I think you could hit the anvil in a D-cat.
Yeah, if you chuck it out a couple seconds early and then hit with it and stuff.
And the thing about the C-cats and D-cats is you could have a 50 kilogram rider versus a 110 kilogram rider. So the 50 kilogram riders are screwed on the descents.
Yeah.
Dave was laughing. He said, I did 730, 740 watts for that the climb, and then I averaged 500 floor after doing 65 watts for the last bit. I was laughing at myself because my body avatar was sprinting on that first bit of climb.
Yeah, I saw you actually. Yeah, so
I was
avatar on the drop.
I was like, what's my avatar doing sprinting, the bastard?
Yeah, don't be going this hard this early.
Well, usually my tactic is to go slightly easier on that first climb and then come through the group on the second. But that's when you're like finishing a few kilometres away, like 6 kilometres away. But I figured I didn't want to be near the back of the group, so I'll go hard when it was hard and then try and draft.
Yeah, again, it was all everything you think was just earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if, because you guys end up being 15, 20 guys coming together.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit worried that maybe the 7 or 8 guys would bugger off.
Yeah, so the least climb, isn't it? That, isn't it? 1.5 minute. I wouldn't be surprised if he would have just gone on his own.
Yeah, my thinking was get over the top with sort of 7, 8 guys and then sprint through the group to get the speed up, have a little rest, and then sprint through the group again and win. That was the plan.
Every plan I had was poorly executed, pretty much.
I did enjoy the first race though, watching you. I was like, go Piglet, go! But everyone else was doing stupid out of what.
Yeah, it's just my sprint was just getting through that banner, staying on the wheel, and then just about enough to that 5 seconds of thought, oh, I can recover it. As the group head eased, and then nope.
I think that's actually the best.
Kick.
That was the best course, I think, because the LaGuardia one, that's kind of shit, because it was, I suppose it was up the hill, but that was just pure sprinting. Then the leg snapper, I mean that was good, but you're just kind of sitting there until the leg snapper. Whereas the going up that hilly KOM added to the fatigue before you actually sprinted.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, put me in the right hole. That did.
Yeah, I kind of like having a sprint after a really hard effort rather than just everyone going for a long. Well, I do like long sprints, but it's pretty predictable who's going to win that. Whereas if you do a really hard effort first, it can take the power out of the sprinters' legs, the ones who aren't very fit.
Yeah. And hit the sprint out of my legs as well when there's no sprint to start. I think I just rolled through the finish at like 300 watts or something there.
Did the same as Piglet? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, David, I absolutely died in that last bit.
I don't know what it was with the trainer, but whatever, the disconnect and reconnect seemed to help for sure. I was in the middle of the cassette rather than in the 11 of the blind.
Yeah, I've had that. I had that in a couple of races last month. I was like, at the end of the race, I was like, why am I in the 11 tooth? Not just cruising around.
Yeah.
But I think I just lost connection with the trainer, so then it just puts me into some weird train difficulty. So I worked out before a race, I always make sure the trainer doesn't fall asleep and reconnect the trainer before the race, just in case.
Yeah, definitely works for sure.
Are you doing a race now? David's asking.
I am doing the C.
Are you with Coco?
Bullshit. Is the volcano one? Looks like we're doing
Volcano Flat, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or
Looks like it's 23k. The maps thing.
oh, the maps race, not the Coco race.
Oh yes.
There's no BS points in that, so I don't do it.
No BS points.
think I got the socks. I think I've got to do another event to get the jersey or something. I like that they keep the your PRs now for 3 months. It was really annoying before when it was only a 30-day PR.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, it'd be hard to beat that on the Helicom and the kicker, the leg snapper.
What race? I'm just talking to David in the chat at the same time. David's talking about a crit race, but it's opposite direction that he normally does. It's David signed up for a crit race later on.
He's feeling all right.
Yeah, David, is this for tomorrow or tonight?
He knows it's going to be more than 6 degrees in his shed.
I was looking at the dirt race series, but the problem is I think it's like a week away or something, 2 weeks away. You guys will still be stinking hot. Oh, we won't get a team.
I think
CK.
I'm away from 27th, whatever it is. So I won't be able to do all of them anyway. But some long forecast guy was on last night said September's going to be cooler.
The Bellend lap.
Whether it's cool enough for the freight train and spot as well, actually. They don't like it in the old sheds, do they?
No. I'm kind of overdoing a series at the moment. I like doing their Saturday races, but it's just because they're such short races rather than doing a workout. But I'm quite happy to wait till ZRL before doing other series.
Yeah, September 13th, isn't it?
Something like that. I think I might even.
So.
I'll see whether Aero. If Aero have got enough riders, I probably won't bother riding with them. I'll just do it with Burrito and. Well, David will make me ride instead of him, but I'll be quite happy to miss the first 2 races. Bloody Climbers Gambit.
Well, I'm away for the first one, so that might be misery for you.
Yeah. There's also the Chasing Red coming up. I might do some of the stages just as training rides. I'll pull a Vingegaard. I'll say I'm not chasing the jersey because I've got the yellow. I've got to be like the Tour de France winner. Let someone else win.
Pissing yellow and pissing red.
Are you doing, David or James wants to know if you're doing Aero and Wahoo Lacole? I think you are doing Wahoo Lacole and Aero, aren't you? You were saying you were doing the earlier time.
Yeah. Yeah, I said to the guys I'll do 6 because it happens. The big swingers are all in 6:30. So, firstly, I wouldn't make the team there, and secondly, it'd be so fast that it's not pointless, but it's a get dropped early job, isn't it? So if I did a 6 o'clock one, there's 2 races that will be over an hour as well. So if I did 6:30, a couple of them, I wouldn't be able to make the switch over time probably.
It's
so yeah.
It's only 6 rounds and there's no championship. So basically you've got 6 rounds, a rest, then the next series. So I'm kind of treating this series just as a bit of a shit kicker races.
Before a proper winter or summer for you.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is that it's just starting to warm up for us when it kicks off, and then it gets too hot.
Yeah.
And then our APAC division, it's got good riders, but a lot of the really top riders just don't want to ride. So we've got a lot of outdoor riders who just don't want to ride on Zwift at all at that time, and so they're just shit Zwift riders.
I guess some might be in Europe or maybe not, I don't know, if they're south of Spain or something.
We get New Zealanders and we get the hardcore Zwift races. They're still really good riders, but in terms of the it's like having the series in summertime in Europe. You just get the hardcore Zwifters, not the ones who do it just because it's too cold to ride outdoors. That's one of the reasons why my Zwift power ranking's so low at the moment, because most of the time I've been doing ZRL races, and a lot of the Australians don't have very good Zwift power rankings. I've got to race against the Europeans.
Yeah, you're it's low 80s now, isn't it? After last week.
Yeah, I think it's 84 or something. It's funny, I spent a long time, maybe hundreds or so, doing those ZRLs.
Yeah.
It's definitely the Saturday races. I think I used to do, maybe on the Saturdays I wasn't doing the proper, like the big swingers races on the Saturday.
Yeah, sort of encourage a few big swingers out, isn't it? The mini stuff.
You can also jag a good result too, just by timing things right. You don't just spend an hour bloody climbing up and down bloody the volcano and other places to try and get to the finish. That's why I like these races, because you can, like the first race, I just went, oh okay, throw that away, next one. Whereas if you spent an hour getting ready to get, you know, prepared for that last selection, and then you get dropped, it's like, well fuck.
Yes. Yeah, you fuck won't finish up.
Yeah, you spend all that time sitting in the draft cruising along, and then you get dropped.
To be honest, that's what I did. Each one. Too late.
Yeah, I think, because this is the first one you've done, isn't it? The first series that I did, I think I was going too late. So next week if you do it, you might go too early.
Yeah, be true. I think too early is way better for me though.
Yeah, definitely go early. Last week I had the best result when I went. Other people went, but I was like, I'm going as soon as there's even a flinch, I'm going even if I hit the wind. And luckily there was two guys ahead of me, and I just had a little draft, but everyone else sat there, and then they sprinted, so they're catching up to us, but we just had enough of a gap. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Like most Zwift races, we crossed the line and we could have done another 20 seconds, not at the same power, but we had 20 seconds of quite good power left. But you can't use that in a lot of races because you hit the wind.
Yeah, very true, yeah. Yeah, it's very good training anyway, isn't it? Win, lose or draw.
Yeah, I don't normally do full-on 1 minute efforts in training. Or as the first race is, 1 minute 30, slight recovery, another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I like it's going to be good courses now with the leg snapper having a banner. So you can do a full lap, then come back and finish at the leg snapper. That would be a good race.
Yeah, it's a nice add on that. It's not like the bespoke banners, it's a legit.
Yeah, it's been
course now, I guess.
It's been crying out for ages because there's only one finish on that course really, except for the bloody Innsbruck KOM. But fuck that. I don't even register those races.
Yeah, different type of bullshit.
It'd probably actually be kind of a good race in terms of if you had to go up the Innsbruck KOM to finish then up the leg snapper rather than go up the leg snapper, back around and do that long sprint on the flat.
Yes, yeah.
Because then I suppose slightly better sprinters but not good climbers could maybe bridge back on the descent. So the climbers are going to try and stay away, and the slightly better sprinters who can climb can try and bridge back and then smash them on the KOM or the leg snapper.
Yeah, leg snapper, yeah. Brings a different dynamic to the game.
I definitely underestimated how long I was thinking, oh, we're going to go this pretty fast. I knew the burritos would be thrown, but I still thought, nah, we'll still be carrying a lot of speed into it. So I started sprinting, but the burritos definitely slowed us up because that was a long, long climb.
Yeah, yep.
I've almost done an hour and a half. It's 7:30 here.
Yes, yeah. Do what I think. Like mid or high 20s.
Every time I do these races, I think of the Aussie Man YouTube. I keep thinking destination fucked during those races. Oh my god, it's 600 metres to go and everyone's sprinting. Destination fucked. See you, David. I'm going to head off too. Did you get 1 minute PRs?
I think all the way from 1 minute to 2 minutes, I think. On first race.
Yeah. Oh yeah, surely
Still
on that hilly Kong.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's my hour and a half. I'm going to head off and see. Hopefully I feel good tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, hopefully the heart behaves and just a little flick.
I feel good now. I wouldn't have noticed it. It was just, I think it could potentially be lots of things. It wasn't that bad. It was just that moment where we're doing our bloody 1 minute max effort.
Yeah. Full bore. Yeah, cool. Nice one, Ben. That was good fun.
Cheers. I'll see you later.
Yeah, have a good one, mate. Take care.
Rightio. I'll head off too. Well, head off the stream. Go and organise some dinner. It's my turn for dinner tonight. Whitney's probably asleep on the couch. She's had a big day. Catch you later, guys.